Hi, welcome to Classpad.net. In this video, we are going to explore graphing some basic inequalities and graphing a system of inequalities. Let's start off with graphing some basics. So open up my graph sticky icon and click here for f of x. To enter inequalities, I have two options. I can either use the soft keyboard here with my less than or greater than symbol, and on the Math tab, my less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, or I can simply type them from my keyboard itself. That's attached to my computer. I'm going to be using the keyboard, so x is greater than 4 is my first inequality. And then my next inequality is x is less than or equal to. You'll notice as I typed in the less than or equal to, I typed in the less than, or press the less than on my keyboard, then press the equal button on my keyboard, and the software combines the two into the symbol that we all recognize. The graphs are shaded in the right direction, and the dashed line and solid lines are set as applicable. Now, just for the fun of it, I'm going to add in two more equations with y is greater than or equal to 3 and y is less than negative 3. You'll notice that they are different colors, and remember that if I wanted to explore each inequality individually or just with only 3 of them at a time or 2 of them at a time, I can pull the graphs apart and then merge them back together as I want. All right, so let's now take a look at a system of inequalities. I'm going to go to my paper management area and click on a paper that I created earlier today. This example is from the Discovery in Advanced Algebra book. It is from lesson 2.4, and it says Rachel has 3 hours to work on her homework tonight. She wants to spend more time working on math than on chemistry, and she must spend at least a half hour working on chemistry. So I'm going to open another sticky note so that we can type out our constraints. So we know that they want us to have x represent time in hours spent on math and y to represent time in hours spent on chemistry. So the first constraint would be x plus y is less than or equal to 3, or y is less than or equal to 3 minus x. Our next constraint says that is to represent that she wants to spend more time working on math than on chemistry. So x needs to be greater than y. And spending at least a half hour working on chemistry, so y has to be greater than or equal to 0.5. All right, now that we have our 3 constraints, let's go ahead and graph those. So my first constraint is y is less than or equal to 3 minus x. Next is x is greater than y. And lastly, y is greater than or equal to 0.5. You'll notice that as they were shaded, and as we saw before in the previous inequalities, all the union of all the shading in our inequality plots is shown. But we can turn that on and off, and we can show specifically just the intersection area that of the areas that overlap, or we can show the union. In order to change that, you'll go to the 3 dots here for your settings, and under inequality plot, I'm going to select intersection instead of union. You'll notice that it automatically changes for me. And if I hover over each of the graphs, I can select where the 2 graphs are intersected and know that those are specific and key parts to my actual solution and to answering part D here. So that's just a basic overview of graphing some basic inequalities and graphing systems of inequalities. For more tips on Classpad.net, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.